Alright YouTube, today I'm coming to you with another video. This one is a repair on a Chevy Equinox. The repairs are on the liftgate and on the rear bumper. On this rear bumper, I had a couple of burn through spots when I was sanding my primer, so I will be treating those spots with this adhesion promoter. Remember, you always want to treat raw plastic with an adhesion promoter so your sealer can stick. Anytime I am applying my sealer, like here for instance, I always like to apply it very carefully, not trying to fan everywhere and create sand pile. I always try to just comb it, try my best to comb it away from blend areas. You can see I'm not going very heavy here, just applying a wet thin coat. Alright, here I am applying a full coat of wet bed to my entire panel. This will create a new substrate for my paint to land on. I like to apply this coat relatively wet without leaving any dry spots. Alright, here I am applying a full coat of base to my entire panel, except for those corners up there where they meet the quarter panels. I wouldn't want my color to change up there. Here I am applying my base lightly, just enough to cover my sealer where the repair area was, and I am blending outwards on the corners, just so my color doesn't change whenever they put the bumper up against the quarter panels, just to keep the original tonality. I know it's hard to see it on camera, but this is a metallic color. This is Chevy paint code WA810T. I do have a spray out card for this color and it matches very well, but even like that, I like to conserve my blends. I always like to play it safe and conserve the original color. This is my final coat and I am going for full coverage, so I am applying it relatively wet. It tends to be very problematic to apply a control coat using solvent paint, because usually it creates more of a problem. Since you are stepping away a little farther and applying it, it goes on more dry, and so that creates even more blotch on your paint. It's not the same thing as, say, water-based paint, where you can apply a control coat and it can fix the issues. Here my base coat is fully dry. You can see I have no dry spots or blotchy spots. That is a result of me applying my second coat relatively wet. This helps your metallics line up very nicely, therefore you don't need to apply a control coat. With solvent-based paint, a control coat can be more of an issue. It can go on dry and cause a headache. Alright, here I am applying my high solids clear coat. I'm using my Iwata WS400. Nozzle and needle size is a 1.3 and I am spraying at 29 psi. I'm spraying it, my overlap is about 50 to 60%. Just applying a kind of a closed coat. Not too dry, not too wet. Here I am applying my clear coat carefully. I don't want to apply too much on my edges there. That way I won't get any runs. Just being careful and going around the bumper, doing all of my edges, all of my corners, making sure to get the full bumper covered and clear. Alright YouTube, if you enjoy this content, please be sure to subscribe. It'll help our community of painters become much larger. Please stick around to the end of this video to see the final result, and we'll see you on the next one.